Alrighty. I think we are live. I'm not muted, right? Yeah. Bit of a late start today. Okay. Where did we leave off yesterday? Trying to think of what I possibly completed off stream that I can't remember. I basically worked more with like the UI elements and like their reaction to the gameplay cues being added and removed. Sorry, just getting into the swing of things here. So I was basically just like testing out like all the abilities in the game to see how they interact with it right now, and so far so good. We fixed like a couple different problems where some gameplay tags actually weren't getting removed. So you'll see like own tags right here. Dude, let me spawn in a client. The tags were essentially just like stacking up almost like infinitely, and they weren't getting removed. And I finally figured out why. So on the server here, if you look under tags, as soon as I start like throwing down like spells, you can see the tag count just increases. But luckily now, I have it to the point where it actually will get removed. Oh, and in doing so, I just found another bug. What's up, Johnny? Well, that's cool. Why is that happening? Oh, I think actually another thing I did off stream as well is I started moving everything over into structs that are inherited from or they're inheriting the F table row base, which means that I can actually store all the data for spells inside data tables themselves and have those be set you know, during the match or during the game. So I'm able to control basically all the variables for the spells outside of the blueprint itself. So makes things a lot more organized. That's not complete, but that's kind of the next phase that we're going to go into. Here we're actually having an issue getting rid of this. I kind of want to see what's happening behind the scenes here and why this would not be getting removed. Let's restart this over. So on the client, if I just hit an ability here, I'm going to be looking in the logs right now to see how many times this on remove is actually called. It actually got removed that time. Weird. The only thing that I can think of is right now we're playing with like 10% packet loss and like 200 ms is what we're like emulating this on right now. So it's possible that the on remove call didn't actually go through initially. And if that's the case, then we have to like have like a backup system to get this off of the character. And that usually involves some type of like validation. Interesting. I hate bugs that happen once and then just don't happen again, because those are the kind of things that will just like come back randomly in a month during playtesting, and it's like, how can I actively control the environment for which that bug is made? Like, there's so many things that could be causing it. Also, this on remove function gets called a lot. You see that? Recycle gets called what? 7 times? Actually, I think I know why. I think what's happening is when we're adding gameplay tags, it's actually stacking up multiple gameplay tags on the character. So what it's actually doing is there may only be one of these like gameplay cue actors, but since there's like 7 stacks of like a single tag, it's actually calling 7 iterations of recycle on the character, which we do not want at all. I'm glad that actually happened, so we can actually look into that and see what's happening there. We want to control how many tags are actually put onto the character if that's the case. Let's see. I'm gonna close out some of the things that we don't need right now. Scope into our source folder here. Where to begin? I'm gonna be in our widget or world folder. It actually might be in spells. I think the way we're applying tags might be causing a bit of an issue. So in here, for instance, when we're calling add gameplay cue, is there a way that we can suppress the tag count by just refreshing? Hello, how are you doing on this fine morning? Doing pretty well. We are going over the status effect system and just debugging some things that are causing a little bit of an issue. But nothing crazy. So it looks like no matter what, it's actually going to be adding this to the list. I wonder if there's a function before this that can actually check for if this exists, or adding it to a list here. Did you watch the Uncharted movie? I have not. Man, I haven't been to the movie theater or seen a movie in a long time. Probably like months, maybe 6 months. What we want to try and avoid doing is adding it to the container possible. It's awesome. You should watch it. Is it on like HBO or something? Or like some streaming platform? Or is that like a movie that just got released in theaters? Wonder if we call like suppress gameplay queue stacking, if that actually works like I think it does. Oh no, it would be inside the damn gameplay effect. So from what it looks like, what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to detect to see if this actually has this gameplay queue active. And if it does, we just call the while active function on the target itself. That's what I'm kind of picking up on right now. We're basically just going to be calling or like invoking an event. Have these stacked up. So the one thing that like I never really understood is why we're calling this invoke, but we're also doing this as well. Like we're calling an on active and then we're calling while active as well. Which if you don't know how they work, it's basically like it's calling two functions that pretty much do the same thing. Well, supposedly do the same thing. So I wonder if I can actually modify that so it doesn't do that. Yeah, it's just doing a net multicast for invoke gameplay queue added. Params. Interesting. Does this not have, oh, child classes. This is pure virtual. Okay, so we have to go to a class that actually inherits this then. That would be this one. And here we are. So I wonder if we can actually just separate these. So we call on added first, and then we call while active later on, if need be. Because that would save an RPC call right there. I wonder if that really has any implications or negative impacts on it. I also forgot to check to see if this is a something that we can modify as well. No, it's void. Okay. So if we were to do this, yeah, we can't even override it. Okay. I mean, there's got to be a reason that they call on active and while active at the same time, no? Regardless, what do we want to change and how do we want to change this to make that so it doesn't keep stacking? I believe like internal is what we actually want to modify here, because we have full control over what gets called at this point. I want to see if our Scorch effect actually has an infinitely stacking gameplay queue tag. Or if it's just frigid. That would actually determine how we're going to go from here. So we have stack count, but that's like different. That's just how the gameplay effect actually handles that. That's not the gameplay queue itself. Probably should have actually enabled this beforehand, but I did see 6 right there, so it's still getting all of them. And yeah, it's calling 6 recycles. Yeah, so we only want the gameplay queues to stack once, but we do want them to call while active if they get hit again. So we can actually look internally to see how they're handling the gameplay queue suppression, and then we can do a similar modification on our own code. Make sure that we're able to stop that from happening as well. Let's go to gameplay effects and follow the trail down to gameplay cue suppression. Okay. Oh, it actually looks like it did modifications to this the other day. Oh yeah, that's because I wanted to make sure that our gameplay effects never apply gameplay cues. But that was a little bit more difficult to prevent than what I initially anticipated it being. That's just a delegate. Notify gameplay effect and its components that has been successfully applied. I'm gonna uncomment actually some of this here. Okay, here we go. This is actually where it's happening. So for not suppressing gameplay cues, it will just call the invoke gameplay cue added and while active from spec function here. There's no like else for this. This is a little bit tricky. So from what I'm seeing here, the way they kind of handle this is if we are suppressing gameplay cues from stacking, then it just will not call like any type of invokes or like events to the actual gameplay cue itself. It'll actually just skip doing it. So what that means is we're gonna have to find a way to send this over without adding it to the stack count if it's above 1. So we just call the while active on the gameplay queue instead. So we could probably do something where it's like this then, I would imagine. This gameplay queue is already on the list. We're not going to add it again. We don't have to worry about prediction for these. We don't have prediction on for gameplay cues currently. Now there's certain things that we have to look out here for. We do want to send this over. You know what's funny? I think I actually just, oh, you can't override it. You can override the other one, though. So if we send over a const, reference of GameplayCue parameters, it actually won't default our parameters for us. This was the problem that we had before, and this is why we actually couldn't put them on GameplayFX. And I totally missed this. Wow, that's crazy. We might have actually just solved that problem. So if we're able to call invoke GameplayCue event by sending over the const version of this GameplayCue parameters, then we should be golden. I kind of want to test that, actually. Actually, looks like we're already doing that. Is it this initial invoke that's calling a... That's calling it with the defaulted parameters? Damn, I gotta go back to where this is inherited again. No, this is calling the one with the parameters set in it. Wow. I'm going to look into this part probably later then. GameplayCue. Excuse me. This is the forced client-side replays to record the target of the game or the GameplayCue on the next frame. Forced net updates from the server will not translate into forced net updates on the client such replays. Gotcha. All right. So if we just do a very simple check like this and not add this to our active gameplay queue container, right? Is it just as simple as this? Probably not, right? Reason being is because active gameplay queues is what's replicating, I believe, our parameters for the gameplay queue itself. We got to be careful with that. I mean, as long as our parameters are replicating, then we should be good. Let's see how many tags our character actually stacks at this point. Oh, I opened up command line on the client on accident. So if I shoot this ability here, only one. And it's resetting, just calling while active. We only get one recycle call. That's exactly what we want. Here's the true test though. When while active is getting called, am I allowed to send new parameter data over? I am. That's great. If this actually is what is, if that's the actual fix for it, that was quick and painless. Which is why I'm hesitant to say that it's fixed. But from what I'm seeing, it looks like it's replicating the data over. And we are suppressing gameplay queue tags from stacking on the character. So now we only get one recycle call, which is exactly what we need. I gotta like read into gameplay queues and why their system wants to recycle for each tag added. Maybe they have something internally that actually stops multiple tags on a like instance based gameplay queue from recycling like this much. Because like, I don't know, man. That doesn't make a lot of sense unless there's something tied to it to where they have to recycle 8 times. But just to give you context of what recycle does, it pretty much says what it means. It literally goes in and just resets the variables like you just spawned the actor in. So like, I just don't see the point of calling this 8 times if there's like 8 stacks of like a certain gameplay queue tag on a character. I don't know. And there's no like, it's not like you can like use like gameplay queue tags as like something that you can determine stack count with or anything, because you can't set like a limit of the amount of tags or gameplay queue tags of the same type that you can have on the character, from what I see. So I don't know. There's just so many random things in gas that just I'm like, why is it written this way? So in my mind there has to be a reason behind it, and I'm just like totally missing something. But yeah, this one right here is just weird. I don't get the double call of while active and on active. I think I read something somewhere that it was because like on active may not get called immediately, or it may not get called on machines, but while active eventually will get called on machines. Yeah, that's kind of weird though. Maybe I can make like some type of like system to identify if the on active actually goes through or not, and if not, it will broadcast like a delegate saying like, hey, I do need this update for this gameplay queue on this target. It didn't go through. So some type of like validation for it, instead of just calling like these two events back to back. Oh, I also didn't write this comment here. Allow for predictive gameplay queue events, question mark. Needs more thought. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, shit, it looks like it was that it looks like it was that easy. That's crazy. All right, so the true test here is we're going to now add 3 or 2 clients, 1 listen server to the game, and we're going to make sure that the trifecta of players are able to see and interact with gameplay cues here. So as long as gameplay cues are visible to all characters in the game, we're golden. Yep, it's updating the status effect as well on all 3 machines. Let's make sure that we have the tags removed as well on the character that was being hit. So this guy. Yeah, all tags are gone too. And recycle should be alt 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. Nice. Wow. That's fucking dope. Yeah, I mean, with that being said, like, our status effect system is nearly complete. I think the only things we really have to flush out are like visual, like adding like sound effects and visual effects and stuff like that. And then it should be done. And then we got to test it out to see if we can recreate that one bug that we just saw earlier today, which I might actually go back and rewatch the stream to see if I did anything to cause that to happen. Because that gameplay queue not being removed was a little weird. It could have just been from like the spam of like recycle calls or something, because there was like 8 per client. All right, let's bring up the list and see what else we got to accomplish today. Oh, cooldowns are going to be revamped as well. I'll probably do that next week though. Nothing crazy on that change, pretty much. I'm just going to be moving where the cooldowns are currently taking place, because they're being blocked by our health bars now. You can see cooldowns on the left here. When I shoot something, you can see that they're right in the back there. So I'm going to move those over to the health bar. I think one other feature I was actually thinking about is, well, obviously having a status bar directly on our health bar. I was also thinking about having our current character, like the local player, not having its own health bar in the top left, and we'll just like have the main bar at the bottom be the health bar and the status effect bar. What was the other thing? Oh yeah, current target that you're attacking. So instead of adding like a health bar over the target in first person, because like you really want to avoid like having too much shit in the way of your view, I was thinking of having the current target that you're hitting increase its size on like the right side, or the health bar gets moved down like right below like your hit marker or something, so you can see like their current like status effects and everything as you're attacking them. Just a couple things to think about. Need to do a lot more testing. What else do we have? I'm just looking at the list of like the giant like to-do list I have, and I'm trying to see something on here that would be more stream friendly to create at this point. I'd rather show you guys how to do something rather than just do debugging the whole time. That might be a bit too much, actually. I was thinking of adding like a shielding mechanic too. So that would be like a third type of like health that you add onto a character. Menu systems, basic UI elements. Class passives are definitely something that I want to expand on a bit more, because we made that whole like passive like class tree system, but we haven't touched it since. Mainly because I wanted to get combat done, so it's been kind of like a race to finish up tuning how combat works before I get started on that project. I wanted to make sure that all felt pretty good before we started. Man, a lot of this stuff I think is a little bit too off the wall for a Saturday stream here. When I say off the wall, like this is something that we would start on like a Monday, and then this would be like the theme of the week of what we're trying to create. I think what we'll do is we'll just do fine tuning on our UI today and get that set up. The first and foremost thing I want to fucking do is move the status effect icons a little bit down. Also, let me move that in here. So this status effect bar is currently spawning our system a little bit too high. Yeah, it's like spawning it like right in the middle here. I don't think our box is actually big enough. What do we have this set to? Maybe I want to organize this as a, with like a vertical box instead. Not wrap, replace with vertical. That. This will allow me to have a little bit more control over the sizing of everything. Oh, put that in pad. Okay, so the current size of these icons is this 48, but we're at a 45-degree angle, I think. If these clip into the bar at the like very bottom, not a big deal. We're also going to be changing the look of this as well here. I wonder if I can put that in. Hold on. Damn, I imported it with it's actually kind of funny. I imported this with the bottom half not cut off. Shit. Well, let's fix that real quick. If we just make a new design here, and probably just bring that back in. What we'll probably do, we'll actually just resize this and probably 2x the size. Like this. No, I meant to actually put that as 50. Hold on. Yeah, so use Canva. It is very quick and easy to make this kind of shit. Actually is not as easy as I thought it was going to be. I think the one shitty thing about Canva is you can't just make white space be transparent. You actually have to, like, it's only like background color that can be transparent. If I still had Photoshop, it'd make my life so much fucking easier, because this would just be 2 clicks to get rid of it. But you kind of have to like finesse. the shape here a little bit. I could just bring this down to like a 25 size, that'd be amazing, but I think they have like a limitation too on like custom sizing and shit. Actually pretty annoying. So if I tried to like bring this to like height 25, yeah, at least 40 pixels. Womp, womp. I wonder if I can actually just cut this in half and use it that way. Oh yeah, wait, I think I can just crop this. What's up, Moody? How you doing? God damn it, I don't think I can crop it. That would have been dope. But no, there's always got to be something in the way. Just trying to make our health bars look a little bit better. You know what? Screw it. Damn, I gotta do negative padding on the bottom, don't I? Negative margin, I mean, not padding. I'm kind of just cheesing it so I can prototype it to see if it's actually like worth doing. I'm putting that much effort to getting it moved out of place. That makes sense. It's also too big. We need to add padding to the sides here, it looks like. What is that, like 15 roughly? Doesn't matter too much. Fuck. But then the damn. But then the angle on the sides actually gets messed up too. I don't think there's any way I can like actually kind of like cheese this as much as I want to. So you know what I'll do is I'll just have it overlap on the bottom just a little bit. Doing good, messing with Quixel Mixer, which is absolutely goated. Quixel Mixer, what is that? Oh yeah, wait. Oh, I've seen this. I think you mentioned this before. Either you or somebody else did, because apparently I have it bookmarked, so that means I've seen it at some point before. Oh, this is going to be such like a weird number. We're just prototyping though, it's okay. Alright, so we make colors white because they are very easy to manipulate, because you can change them into any color you want. Actually not too bad. You can tell the edges are kind of like blurred though, which is kind of annoying, but not too shabby. We We do need to probably increase the size box though, just a little bit, eh? I think the total size of this widget is 70 on the y-axis. This would need to be like technically like 88 or 98 actually. It's gonna bother me so much. I could tell it's off by just like a half. That actually still looks off, but you know what? No, not happening. Let's see where our status effect icons actually end up here. Okay, maybe we gave it a little bit too much room. Oh no, this is probably pushing it down. Hold up here. Put that to 0 and see if that status effect icon actually moves up. I don't think it did actually. It should be on the separate piece of UI, so it actually shouldn't be moved. This thing with padding and margins just reminds me of doing fucking front-end work for like web development. Yeah, I like those health bars a little bit better than the other ones. I think they might be a little bit too big, so I'm probably going to drop it down to like 88. Or maybe like 85 actually. Have a little bit of like overlap. Honestly, I really planned for today to be something that took a long time to get rid of those bugs with the gameplay cues, but it really looks like it took pretty much like no time at all. So I think the image for these is actually transparent. I don't think I've messed with the alpha in my code at all. Because this one's also kind of transparent too. Actually, it looks like it's the same fucking image. Oh, found a bug. On death, it actually did not get rid of this. So what target was that? That was this guy. Does he still have a tag associated with it? Yes. That means his gameplay cue did not get removed on death. Let's correct that. Where is my character class? Actually, I think we have something in our invoker player state for that too. We have a callback for yeah, if we get the tag dead. You know what's funny? I don't even know if that's being added to the character. Oh no, it is, it is. Okay, good. Okay. Jesus Christ. Let me close that down so I can get to the top a little bit quicker. Actually need to get back to this function. I don't care about the evoker character as much as we do getting rid of the status effects that are currently attached to him. Oh yeah, I forgot I did this. So I had to make my own version of this function because what was happening with just the default version of removing all gameplay cues, they didn't use a for loop like this. They used like an incremental for loop with like an I, and it would go over the array and check everything like that. And what was happening with that is if there was like an outside source that was removing a gameplay cue, it would just like crash your fucking game. And it didn't do any like validity check or anything for any of the shit. It didn't even like scope block anything either. So it wouldn't just like grab this array and say like, hey, nobody make changes to it. So I had to make my own version of the function so it didn't crash my game. And it was like, I mean, it didn't happen every time, but like once every other playtest or something, that problem came up. So something to look out for. But I mean, this should solve the issue. We could actually put a log in here to see what gets removed. I don't think we're actually printing these. Does this check for validity here? No, so I'll do that beforehand. I mean, it should never be invalid, to be honest with you. If it is, that's a problem. But the main purpose of me even coming into this function was I wanted to print out the name. no, I got the fucking the patch bug thing. Good. It just like shows up. Oh man, I can't even show it in the editor. Basically, when it's trying to patch, it just doesn't actually show the log anymore. It just shows like a black box in the bottom right of your screen. Let me recompile the editor then. Oh, problems. Oh, link error. Oh, yeah. Okay, that makes sense. I removed a function inside my ACS here. Yeah, this guy. Now we should be good. Oh my god. Made one change to my ACS, then we gotta recompile like 41 files. The fuck? I think this was the old way we were doing removal, because this remove gameplay queue callback function actually was completely empty. Yes. I typically will comment this kind of stuff out, but I'm fairly confident. Say fairly confident, then I take like 3 seconds thinking about it. God damn. I'll actually be streaming tomorrow as well. I don't know about Monday. Well, actually, probably Monday too. Don't really have too much planned. I'm actually more excited to get a bunch of these features done and into testing more than going out right now. Gotta make sure everything works. Man, once we get like all this streamlined, actually like adding and creating classes and stuff is going to be so much fun. The workflow is going to be so fucking easy. Which is why we're putting so much into this ahead of time. Health color is actually way too high, and like brightness pretty much. Definitely got to get changed. But I think it was the character died with a status effect on him. If we just kill the character. Uh-oh. Look at that. It's still on. Probably because we weren't calling remove from the server. I think that was an on-rep notify what we were using. Let's remove the other client for right now. Oh, thank God. I almost cleared the logs on accident. Yeah, this is an on-rep. Don't want to do it this way. Ooh, what is this now? Line 908. Uh-huh. Where is that stemming from? Ensure condition failed. Current number equals initial number. Array has changed during range for iteration. Yeah. So it's multiple things trying to do this removal. Okay, so we're not going to let clients do this then. Which, I mean, we shouldn't be allowing that in the first place. So I'm going to remove this out of the on-rep. We should be able to go into the server and do this instead. Probably on the character itself. Let me what to do here to get rid of that. I don't know why we're using a boolean when we have states. Yeah, it's weird. That must have been like from a really long time ago. I think this is called from the server here. Yeah, game mode. It's definitely called from the server. Okay, so pre-multicast. We would want to remove the gameplay cues here. We are removing all of the active handles off of it. I think we have it tied to a handle. So it should be getting removed when this is actually happening. One thing we actually want to check for real quick is, let me just first do live coding. I want to see if the Scorch stacks actually still stay on the character past death. Before I do that, I just thought of something too. I mean, that doesn't really matter at all, but what I was looking for was to see if there was like something that accounted for like source tags or like target tags or something where like they couldn't be dead or anything like that. Okay. Yeah, they clear up immediately. But the blizzard stacks do not. So they must be getting applied a different way. That's what I would imagine. I just noticed something there. So when the character died, it actually spawned in an additional actor after death. So it looks like we are just ignoring the current state of the actor when we're doing this application for this gameplay queue, which is not good. Let's change that. So this is what we want. Before we do any of this shit, we should check for the current target has any of those tags. I wonder if I added the dead state to our native tags. If not, I'm going to add it right now. Do I not have the include for this in here? Wow, that's weird. Thought I would have. Yeah, whatever. Oh, Visual Studio. Making me type in shit all by myself. Oh, it's... Got it. Okay. Wait, does that mean that it's actually included here? No. I had hope for a second. Oh, sweet. I do have it as a native tag. Okay. We actually should do this before we even call these functions. I think the only one that would apply is like a hit marker function or something. So after hit marker, we should actually stop it there. So many early exits. I mean, once we get all this stuff like pretty much set in stone, and I have a good grasp on how the system is going to look for the future, I'll probably come back and clean this up just like I did all the spell actors. Okay, so this should actually stop this blizzard effect from being applied on the character post-death. Originally, we were relying on our gameplay effects to stop that from happening because they would look at source tags and stop the application of effects and tags or gameplay cues. But since we are manually applying gameplay cues at this point, it's now on us to take the brunt of that. So a little bit more work. Okay. There we go. Yep, that was it right there. Damn. Man, I'm loving this. These are like quick and easy wins. It's like, what, 2 or 3 bugs down so far. Nothing's like too difficult today. Which makes me eerily nervous for the actual playtest. That usually means that there's going to be an assload of bugs there. But everything's being added and removed just fine. I think the only thing that was concerning was that actor not being removed, but we just found out why that was and fixed that as well. Wow. Yeah, that was was a lot faster than I anticipated. Like a lot faster. What I really want to do, I just made these data tables so we can like organize our spell parameters a lot better. But I'm trying to think of a way to make this a little bit more flexible in terms of like storage, whereas like our projectiles are going to need extra parameters to control like the speed of the projectile, like its collision, stuff like that. So this is actually going to be a data table that is inherited from the base one. But the thing is, I really just want to have it all be in one data table itself. And I'm trying to think of a better way to do this. I think what I might end up doing is I might not have this actually inherit from this. I'll just leave this as like an optional thing that you can like add on inside the parameters for the spell. Like, I think a way I can do it is make like a U property like T array or something, where you can like add on like an indice or like an index or something like this. So I'll probably like divert these classes like this into like their own category, because later on we're going to be adding like traps to the game I don't know why I said that twice. We're adding traps, we're adding kind of like fog abilities almost, silences, like a bunch of different other types of spells. So we're going to need like components of spells. So we're going to make like component parameters, which is going to be these little like these little structs that have like custom data that normal spells wouldn't need. We're going to segment everything. So I think using like a T array that allows for classes inherited from like this to be added to it would be a good way to do that. Possibly. Again, it's all like in theory. If it works out that way, I might like get halfway through it and be like, wow, this is really dumb, and it just overcomplicates everything, which is something that I've done often in the past. I gotta be honest, guys, I don't know much else more that I have to do today before testing tonight. Because I thought today we were going to like really struggle to find the problem, or those two problems with the status effects, but they both work just like totally fine. I think the only other thing I didn't test was mending. So actually, before I forget to do that, let's actually test that. So mending is a basically healing type of abilities. So it's in the druid class itself. And look at that, right off the fucking rip. The data is not set. Well, now we got something to do. Unless it's just like a parameter that's not set. But I doubt it. Go into the spells and see. Actually, data table, because I need to see what the gameplay effect is for it. God damn it. We have the gameplay queue set down here. It's a no-no. This is not an instant ability. Did I mark this as something that has additional tags to look for? No, I didn't. Okay. That's good. Alright, so now we can actually track this down. Let's get rid of all the bullshit that we don't need here. So first off, when we're applying, let's see if this is actually getting called here. But this is additional effects. We don't want that. Weird. It says the asset tags are actually empty on this. No, I'm looking at GameplayCues. Shit. Yeah, that was from before. Yeah, we're not storing them. Well, I mean currently right now until I can find a better way to handle that whole that whole fucking mess is what I should say in this past week. We're gonna be storing them in asset tags for now. Oh boy. Okay, there we go. It is showing 0 for the stack count for some reason, but that's probably just something within the application of it. No, it is inheriting. Why is it showing stack count 0 then? Let's go to our icon and see what's happening there. Because the other one is also applying like a 0 stack count, so it shouldn't actually display anything once it's created. Yeah, it is saying like stack count 0. Oh. Well, that would do it. If it's less than or equal to 1, we set it to not display anything. Dude, these bugs have just been fucking easy to find today. Probably makes up for the whole week of just like having to sift through the framework code for gas to see why my goddamn gameplay queues were just getting executed when I told it specifically not to. Nice and easy. The icons, though, I gotta add like a background or something to them. I really don't know if I like that being transparent. Oh, actually, shit. I just noticed? So that's the homing feature. Oh no, maybe I'm just crazy. Oh no, I'm not crazy. It actually is not showing it again. Hello Confusion Wood, how are you? Today no bugs? Oh, there's always bugs, but actually they haven't been bad. So far, every single one we've actually fixed it within a reasonable amount of time. Which honestly is kind of unnerving. It usually doesn't go that well. Setting stack count there is kind of weird. We don't need to do that. Just call activate on this again. No bugs when you keep your PC closed. Closed, yeah. I don't keep it that clean. There will always be bugs. But one day I can hope to be bug free. Data table. That's what I need to be in. This should be applying additional effects. Yes, right here. But it should not be applying that. You need a second component here for asset tags. This will be a true test to see how well the system works with having double effects like this. Rid of all of these goddamn gameplay cues, and then we just got to add an asset tag onto this with our gameplay cue that we need. Alright, this can't go bad, right? Damn. Well, it is calling handle gameplay queue, but it is not actually doing what we need. So, take a look here, see what's going on. We actually don't need this since we'll get feedback either way. Just want to see if on execute is actually going through. Nope. Just to be clear that it's not a live coding bug. I highly doubt it is. Yeah. Not happening. Is this an override? It should be. Okay, let's look at the base class. See what's happening here. Don't execute. Make sure it all looks good. Yes. Honestly, I should change it to just be pure virtual. I don't think we're ever going to really use this. The event type, I wonder if I can convert that enum to a string. Gotcha. Maybe we can kind of just print it out. Oh, fuck. Every single time I do this, I always forget the exact one it is. Get named by string value. I always pick this one and I'm always wrong. It's gonna be something else. Hold on. I have this bookmarked. I don't know why my brain can't just like remember this one method for printing out enums. There's like two functions that it could possibly be in my head, and I always mix them up for whatever reason. Where's my bookmark for this enum thing? Damn. It would be so cool if Google had a something where you could like look in a bookmark folder, kind of like Unreal has for like their search tool, and just be able to search through all the folders. Do they? No, they don't. Has to be in here. Ah, shit. I don't know where I put my bookmark at. Oh no, here it is. Do it every time. Get value as string, is that it? Yeah, there was like a whole like discussion about like how to print out like an enum properly. Like, look at this. Back in like 2015. There was a way to like get it as like an F name or something, and then you would just call toString on it. Something weird like that. That's what I say, it's too easy. The recommended ones by Visual Studio are usually always wrong. I think it's this, get name by value. Then we two-string it. Damn. Dude, I think it takes longer to try to like remember what this goddamn function is than to actually just print out like an if statement of the event type. Honestly, fuck it. One day I'll remember it. That day's not today. Holy shit, finally. Gameplay queue gang. You're goddamn right. We're almost done with gameplay queues, thank fucking god. Until like I find a better way to optimize it and then I jump back into it. But we are at the tail end. My goal was to be done by the end of the day today, and it looks like we only have a couple more things to do. Dude, fuck gameplay queues. Gameplay queues can eat a dick. How did I connect the gameplay queues up? So I actually just ended up using like the whole life cycle revolves around just a delegate for initializing the status effect to the gameplay queue, and then when the gameplay queue is removed, the onRemove function actually calls for the status effect icon in our UI to actually be removed. So sending this false over the delegate actually causes the widget to get deleted. Tried to connect the effect to the queue, right? Oh, in that sense. Yeah. So the way I did that was with this right here. So I looked to see if they had the same tags. So I'm looking at the asset tags, and if the gameplay queue itself, so this actor has that a matching tag, then we attach a onRemove delegate to that gameplay effect. So whenever that gameplay effect gets removed, this also gets removed. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, so the effect context, get this, right? The effect context was actually like super hit or miss. Thought of a cleaner way. Ooh, hit me with it. While you're doing that, actually, let me just test this one last thing. I just want to see if our execution's actually getting passed through. I may have blocked it in the internals. Very possible. Subclass gameplay effect. Add a list of gameplay tags that can be seen in blueprints and make it so it checks there's a matching tag with the queue. That way you're not limited to one tag. Very true. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Oh, yeah. So I tried subclassing gameplay effects before, I believe. But that was like way early in the project. If we do that, would our tags be serialized for us, or do we have, for replication purposes, would we have to just do like some manual serialization of the tags? Or are you saying like maybe we can subclass it and then add it into a group of tags that's already getting replicated anyways? I don't know how deep you went into the research of it. Oh damn, I need this guy to be damaged actually. Okay. Interesting. Does not... Where are you at? Look at that, it's just calling active. Ooh. Actually, yeah. Shit. This might be a little bit tough. I think I kept this actor alive for just like for like performance, not issues, but just to make it a little bit better. So calling executed on it is a little bit difficult with our current tie-in. Just rep the list, a bunch of bulls anyways. Yeah. When we jump back into the gameplay queue stuff, probably going to. Honestly, I might even like subclass the gameplay effect and see if I could actually just override how they handle gameplay queue application. You know what I mean? I wonder if there's a way that I can just go in and be like, hey, we're going to only add gameplay queues with this way instead. I actually never looked into subclassing gameplay effects for that purpose, but it may be worth to actually do that, because then I'll have more customization for damage-based classes too. That's probably going to be something we start next week, though. I just have a couple more bugs that I gotta fix for playtest, and then once we get everything good to go, then I get to do some testing tonight. Make sure everything's working. Grab any crash logs, and then go to town fixing them. Yeah, it looks like we're not getting executed sent over, so I think we must be just not using it. What problem do I have now? Second. So right now, our gameplay queue actor is basically just calling like active instead of execute for like a more like instant gameplay queue. So just gotta see why that's actually happening, because before I'm pretty sure executed was actually getting called and everything was working fine. So it's more than likely something that I just changed in the call stack for how these are handled. My first hint as to what it would actually be would be in this class here. Oh yeah, actually it is, because we're calling like add gameplay queue. We just want to do like an execute gameplay queue. I think so. Like looking at this here, I actually think it just might be we're only calling like gameplay queues with on active or while active. We're actually not even calling any of them with execute, which you know that would probably explain it. Whoops. All right. Let's go to where we're calling it. What I can check for is an instant tag. And if it has an instant tag, then we'll just call execute. Because any instant gameplay effects, that's what I'm going to be using. Actually, for instant based effects, we might actually be able to get away with using the gameplay queue. Like the actual built-in one for the gameplay effect. Remember the blueprint library I showed you 3 days ago? Yeah, with the those four or five functions in it. That library is like pretty much hidden. I'm gonna put that down for a second here. Actually, in base spell that we're doing. So instead of adding a gameplay queue, we want to execute a gameplay queue, I believe. That was weird. Yeah, it would be this guy here. So what we would actually have to do is, when we're checking for the cached asset tags, we just need to check to see if the tag has an instant. If tag, we'll do validity first, and we will continue if it's not valid. That way we can actually bring everything down just one notch on the totem pole here. Then we want to check to see if the tag has So we don't want to, I don't think we want to do an exact match. We just want to see if it has. So the depth of the tag is what is going to make this a little weird. Oh, you don't like the continue? That's fair enough. I mean, technically it all can be like wrapped in. We'd basically put this in, and then this would be like an if-else statement, pretty much. Do that. Yeah, the only difference between these guys is going to be if it's an instant tag or not. Now, the one thing with instants that I made is the hierarchy of the tag is a little weird. I might actually change it around. Check if this tag matches any of the tags in the specified container. Also checks against parent tags. A1 matches any tags. A or B will return true. A matches any A1. B will return false. Checks it. Yeah, so yeah, I'm gonna have to change how tags are ordered then. At least for the instant abilities. Yeah, I didn't think about this ahead of time. Luckily, it's only one gameplay tag that has to actually get changed. So I'll show you what I mean. Instant is at the end here. So what I would pretty much do is just change this here. Like that. Yeah. So I guess what I'll do is just regular spells will just be this, but if it's like an instant effect, I'll have instant, then spell name. Main category, subcategory. Yeah. When I first did it, I was like, oh man, like I'll just like have these tags all within like this category, and then like I'll have like a specific subcategory for this spell. but it's way better to have like an instance kind of like folder of tags here than the spell name after it like that. So this will work a lot better. So any gameplay cues that need to be executed will have this instant tag before the actual name at the end. And anything else that doesn't have instant is just going to be treated as a regular gameplay cue with on active and while active. I'm going to close down the editor because we got to recompile it anyways if we're doing it like this. Okay, now we can do as tag. So one thing I actually haven't tested is like depth of this. So like say we go like multiple layers deep into it. Is it so long as it has like instant? Or like would I have to put instant as the... Oh man. Would I have to put instant as like the first tag in the actual gameplay queue, or like right after it? I actually don't know how it does like depth checking. Gameplay tags is not like my forte. So like for instance, when I'm just gonna write out a comment here to kind of give a visual of what I'm like looking at or thinking. We have our tag here, right? And then we're checking to see if this is equal to... We just want to check like at this point here. And then everything beyond it, like that. Without caring about this. Is there a way to just like get to this part of the hierarchy to test if they have this tag at like level 3 within the gameplay? Within the gameplay tag container? Not like this. You know what's funny? I think another way to do it is we can actually do tag depth. It'll require the parents in front as well. Gotcha. We can actually do a tag depth, probably, because only instants are going to be 4 tags deep like this. I'm not going to have anything else be in this category, so if we could do something where we just check to see if this is larger than 3, then we know it's an instant based effect. I would have to just put that into the documentation if we do it that way. But I'm not going to have any subclasses beyond instant for this. For gameplay cues, at least. And if I do, I'll come back and redo this, but I can't think of it in the future. The question is the instant. Will it be for different classes like Druid? So instant will be... I see what you're saying. So like you're saying put like instant here and then have like class followed by this right here. Because then the way we can actually organize it is instead of instant, we could have instant and then duration like that, followed by this. we only have like 5 gameplay cues, so if we want to make this change, it would be a lot easier to do it now. Yeah, I mean, shit, yeah, we could do it this way. When we get like lower in the depth like this, does it actually cause, like, does it take longer to parse through this kind of shit? That way it will go through the moment it sees instant? Okay, gotcha. Gotcha. So it's actually going to be faster, more than likely. Yeah. Let's organize it better now. I mean, now that we have like a way better understanding of how these actually work, it's better to do this early on than later. The moment they see the word, okay, gotcha. Gotcha. So we could do like a matches like any. Or like matches any exact. And then we pretty much just like put like a tag to check here. Exact is the specific tag. So matches any, if we do it like this, I'm saying like, obviously this isn't going to be just like that, but like that. Any from the, okay, gotcha. So it'll look at this like the parent, pretty much. Gotcha. So anything within instant will trigger the matches any. Okay. Gotcha, gotcha. Can turn true by either the parent or the children. A dot matches A1B will return false. Oh, so this matches any if it has gameplay cue. It will return true if it has gameplay cue in it, pretty much. Am I reading that correct? It says A1 matches any. Oh wait, no, we're checking tag here. Fucking goddamn it. No, never mind, never mind. I'm just dumb. I'm just dumb. We're checking tag. Tag is considered A1 in this scenario. Matches any, which is instant here. Yeah, no, I'm just fucking dumb. Don't mind me. God damn it. Alright. Yeah, for real. I was like, I like this whole part right here, or like this period, I like didn't think it existed for some reason. And then I was like, wait, the fuck am I saying? These are actually going to be technically pre-made, but I want to grab like an exact. Gameplay tags are so powerful once you master them completely. I have it everywhere in my code. I mean, from what I'm seeing here, it looks like it. I mean, I love the organization you can have with them. If you look at like how I have like the structure of like my tags and everything, it just like makes your code look so clean, even if you're doing like tags wrong. I don't know, that's just like beautiful to me. The symmetry and all the lines. Let me actually mark these as function calls. You'll get better at them when using. Yeah. The whole goal of making this project in Gas was to, well, obviously first and foremost, learn the system and then just improve with using it. And honestly, like take some of the concepts to use in my future games. Because, I mean, the way they handle a lot of features for multiplayer specifically is pretty great. Make sure that I spelled these correctly. Here's like I did. There was one time I spelled one of the gameplay cues wrong here, but it was correct here. And when I was typing it in, I was like, why the fuck is it not showing up when I was like parsing through the actual like tags in the editor? I changed the model of my tags 5 times. Oh man, if you go into my or if I show my GitHub like repository for this specific project, these tags did not look like this in the beginning. I'll just say that. Am I going to show what they look like? Hell no. It was bad. All I need to know. Did I not capitalize the C? No, I did. Why are you not showing up, friend? Oh, this is a container. Container. Got it. Yeah. We could actually turn... Hold on a second here. Determine if this tag matches tag the check expanding our parent tags. A1 matches tag A will turn true. Yes, that's what we want. Gameplay queue instant. And then params gets put into here. Like so. Nice. It would still sting my heart, I think. Yeah. I mean, I love when you actually like complete a feature and you have it all pretty much like down pat, going back and doing the actual refactor and like cutting out like thousands of lines of code is so refreshing, and just like organizing it all, it feels really, really good. It is so much fun. So here, we're pretty much going to do the same thing. We don't care about setting duration at this point. Raw magnitude is for the stack count of the gameplay effect, which is something we probably also don't care about. So just to organize this a little bit better. Keep this outside of the loop. Like that. It's also crazy yesterday. I was like looking up like the syntax for this like const iterator and like what it's used for mainly. And it just seems like it's a very like an older way of using like a for each loop pretty much. So I guess like when they created this, they just never updated out of it. I don't know. Weird. Nobody had like a really good answer for me when I was asking around about it. We have effect context. Do we actually need effect context anymore? I think we did this when we were comparing. I don't think we're actually using effect context in our parameters anymore. We could probably get rid of it. Oh no, we are technically. We could just get the instigator though. Yeah, I mean, we literally can just use the instigator instead. It'd be a lot easier, and we wouldn't have to use the const iterator. Unreal tries to be special, that's it. Oh man, it tries a little bit too hard. Not gonna lie. Yeah, we might be able to get rid of the effect context here. I could probably set the instigator as the invoker player state that's associated with this. Instead of like having to do this whole thing here. Oh damn. If only we could like have instigator be like a component or something. Because like, how fucking awesome would it be to just like send over this? Wait, what the fuck? Visual Studio must be just like fucking with me. Why is that not showing an error? Doesn't this stem from like an actor's like component or something? Yeah, U actor component. What we want to grab is our the owner for this, which is the player state. This is the target ability system component. We need the actual person who created this ability though. So technically, the owner of the base spell is the actor, is the actual character. In effect spec. True. Hold on. The person who created the spec. Yes. Good call, good call. Shit. Okay, this is actually a little bit off topic. But when we were doing this... Why did we need to do a considerator again for this? There's like a very specific reason for it. Oh, yeah. It's an additional... It's part of the fucking component. That's what it was. I was like thinking, did I just do like a lot of unnecessary work for no reason? I mean, technically, like, we're only using context for... Oh, hold on. Get context, not get effect context. Be able to store this. Instead of instigator, we can actually just store the effect context here, because it looks like the only thing we're going to be using this for is to determine like team IDs. Be right back, dinner. Hey, enjoy your meal. I'm about to eat lunch in a little bit here. Yeah, this should work out a lot better for us. Let's go over to this part here and set it as well. It's crazy, I didn't think about that before. We also only need these parameters set. If we're doing a duration-based one. I'm gonna make a note of that here too. I think we're all good. Can't think of anywhere else that we need to set this now. We have the effect context set. We have the ability system component as well within that context too. All looks pretty good. We also have our... Oh shit, I didn't restructure the tags. Fuck. Damn it. Alright. It's all good. Intensity actually isn't a duration based one, and it's not instant. It's actually kind of an infinite one. That's actually like a third type of tag we need here. I think I'm actually thinking about this part wrong. So intensity is a basically something that you stack up on the character, and it doesn't go away until you use an ability because all the stacks get consumed. So it doesn't really fall under duration. So I guess to keep it organized, we'll make an infinite category for effects like that that don't fall off. And what this will actually activate will probably be like the while active and on active, but it'll be mainly for like UI effects, I would imagine. Gotta make an emphasis on manually removing these types of cues. Infinite. This one is duration. This one is also infinite. This one is... Oh, this is so weird. This one actually might be duration based. Welcome back. Yeah, so we made a third type infinite, which don't go by duration, but go by manual removal. I'll put duration for now. Yeah, I mean technically this would be duration. Yes, okay. Yeah, actually inside the actual description for the infinite gameplay queue, I was stressing that part pretty hard. Yeah, because like there's nothing that actually like removes them at that point. It's like an infinite gameplay effect, pretty much. The only time I see myself using infinite is for like a couple different scenarios. One for like, there's like a mechanic on the Tempest class where every auto attack that you apply to somebody, you gain a stack of intensity, and that will stack up to 5 times, and they won't fall off until you use an ability, and the ability will consume all the stacks and deal extra damage based on how many stacks were consumed. So that's one of the cases where this is actually going to be used. Did you check gameplay Q set? It seems interesting to look into. That file. Gameplay Q set. I did not. Let me finish up these couple last gameplay tags and I'll open that one up. What is that file used for? Or what's in the header? Whoa. Okay, there we go. Set of GameplayCue actors to handle GameplayCue events. I will check that out. Let's compile here. I'm just gonna do a random include of that somewhere so I can check it out. Just F12 into it. It was called GameplayCue set.h. Huh. Weird. There we go. Okay, it was because it was building. Yeah, it looks like we're in. So this... so it actually looks like they're actively working on this header. So this might be something new that they're trying to add in, or has this been here for a while and they just haven't updated it too much? Unless, are these virtual? Oh, they are. Okay, they're overrideable too. Ooh, I like the word notify. Huh. Remove cues by tags and everything too. And string. Wow. You think it's what they're extending into? Yeah, I mean, this is a good way to handle it. The fact that they're one one of the base functions for removing gameplay cues crashes my editor is a problem. But I can't tell if that's because I made modifications or not, because I didn't test it beforehand. So I'll just blame them instead. We have to go in and change the cues now. I almost forgot to do that. You don't exist anymore. You are a duration-based gameplay cue. Okay, get rid of that. Or duration-based. This is also duration-based. I'm probably going to update the name of the blueprints as well. I like to keep everything as organized as possible. I've done too many projects where I'm like, oh yeah, I'll just put this in later, some other day, and then I can never find anything. And then half the time I spend on development is for just looking through folders and finding random shit where it shouldn't be. The biggest time saver in all of game dev is just having your shit organized. Is there any other places I needed to use those tags? The gameplay effects themselves. Yes. Okay, so in here. Oh, intensity is actually part of the attribute set. I'm not going to touch that now, because that's part of like the passive system that we're going to be building. And since we don't have it set in stone how gameplay ability passives are going to function, it's probably going to get changed. So I'd rather not mess with that too much. Same with that too, because that's part of the passives. Where is my... Oh, here it is. That one is instant. This one is duration based. What other ones do we have? Surge is also instant. Or any other oh yeah, one more actually. this one is instant as well. If I can spell the word instant. There we go. I think we're good there. Let's crash the game. That's cool, that works. If we apply one that has duration... Uh-oh. Get status effect data from GameplayCue. Game display widget 105. Null pointer. Uh-oh. Where'd you come from, friend? Game display widget 105. Yep. Okay. There was one spot we forgot to update these. Shit. The data table for our GameplayCues. That's pretty important. Whoops. So the instant effects weren't making status icons. Duration-based effects do make status icons. Which is why we didn't get any crashes for the instant healing effects. Yeah. Here we go. Duration based. Could be all of them. Alright. Let's test out the duration effects now, and everything should be good. Sweet. We have the icon too. It's counting down. All is well. Whoops. Nice. Oh. Crash? No, no crash. What did we, Ooh, matches tag error. Using an old tag. Did we not update the scorch effect? I'll send you a helpful list. If you don't want Rider with interesting files to inspect, private Discord. Okay. Yeah, send it over. I'm always looking for new resources to learn from, for sure. Ah, yeah, here it is. We didn't set this one. Speaking of which, I think these all just apply it as a passive, so we might not have to mess with any of these. Yeah, passive again. Get rid of that. Passive effects. I'm just making sure that there's no tags hidden in any of these. I just want to make sure that this is the only additional effect class that's getting applied. And it looks like that's the case for pretty much everything. Yeah. Forgot a tag. Yeah. Huh. What was this one? There we go, though. Bullshit. Working now? Yes, it's working with instant effects too. Oh man, what a fucking week. But we have it in place, so I don't have to touch it again for a very long time, thank fucking god. Fuck GameplayCues. Alrighty. Any more bugs that I want to go over today? Not that I can think of off the top of my head. What I'm going to do is just probably do some very minor adjustments to some UI shit. And then we're going to cook the content and it's getting uploaded to Steam. Next bug, please. Hey, going right up. So we have this like horizontal alignment thing that we're doing with the layers. What I'm going to do real quick, and I say real quick, and hopefully this doesn't take a fucking hour, is the nameplates. See how like on the right, the nameplate is set to be on the left there? I want to actually move that over to the right, because that has just been absolutely bugging me for the longest time. So it should be quick and painless to do that. What we're going to do is just make a quick enum. And we are going to set that like so. Enum in the widget to change position. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. What I was going to do is pass in the current alignment of the horizontal position into the child class, or the actual thing we're spawning, so it knows like, hey, everything that we spawn within this like section is going to be this type of horizontal alignment. I'm gonna get rid of all the other shit up here so we can just focus on a couple things here. Let's see here, team display. I mean, I probably can grab the horizontal alignment from the parent class, realistically. But honestly, it's like, it's a lot easier to code in. Just like, here, hold on to this, like, you know, 1 byte size, like, enum. 1 more byte's not gonna hurt anybody. Especially when we use this property macro. Oh my gosh. There we go. Couldn't spell for a second. Okay. So we have that set. Oh, turn down the alpha? Yeah, I was thinking about that too. When I first originally made it, I had like the post-process volume with like a manually set exposure on this crazy value, and I was just like fucking around with the colors. And I was like, oh man, this is so cool. Because like in like the pitch black, like when you have that exposure down like super low, the colors looked fucking awesome when you were just like shooting spells and stuff. Like how it would like light up the environment as it's like flying through the air. It was really cool. Reminded me of some scenes in like Star Wars and shit like that. But yeah, good call. Before I cook anything, I will tune that down. Jesus. We need to go into our icons here. Oh, dude. Wait, hold on. I made this value for like no fucking reason. Didn't I? Yes, I did. Ugh. Forgot that this class handles construction for everything. God damn it. Store H alignment here. There's no need to pass that in as a value anymore there. We're actually going to take the function that we just built here and just move it. Where this force inline to. Too much blue color. The aiming of the grenade, where it would land, it overlays the actor. Oh, I got you. Yeah, we'll tune. So the projection for that, I put in like a long time ago, and I was thinking of completely changing the design of it. Like right now, it's just using like a blue stripe or something, like a default like beam. I believe. So what I was going to do was actually change it to like a different like texture or like material sometime in the future. But yeah, I probably will turn down the alpha of that. Circle on the ground would be enough. Yeah, so I think the way it currently works, I haven't touched it in a bit. I think the way it currently works is it grabs the final size of the spell and where it's going to land, and it displays like the radius of what the ability would be in terms of like size. So I think when it does that, there are certain abilities that are like huge when they land, so it looks like it just like pops up and just like blocks their view. So I might have to change how the might have to change where it like attaches to, or the actual alpha itself, like you said. I think for projectiles, it's going to be easier to make that kind of change. For like stuff that actually spawns directly on the actor, it's kind of weird, but you know, we definitely can fix it. That is another project I'd want to do though. Might take a little bit of time to figure out a new way to do it. Yeah, no, I mean, hopefully I'm not coming off as defensive. I'm not really like sold on a majority of the implementations of features that I've created. A lot of them are pretty old in terms of like from when I started the project till now. The projection system for the projectiles was probably made within like month 2 of the game. So 4 months, 5 months ago, something like that. And I haven't really touched it since. So we want to mess with the player text. Oops. We would need to grab the slot that this is actually sitting in. Oh damn, what is the hold on a second, there is a way to do this. Let me just get rid of these functions here so I can close out of this. So we have the alignment here. His name's actually kind of misleading. I thought there was a function to actually get access to the slot for this. And what I mean by that is, let me go to the actual text widget, make sure I'm not crazy. Yeah, this overlay slot, what we need. So, I mean, I always thought that this was stored directly on the, I thought this was actually stored in the text itself, like the parent slot or the, widget element. For this, you would create it in Blueprint. Oh, I know. But like, once I set my mind to this. So like, the default for it. Oh, it's disgusting. It is super gross. But for like this kind of thing where it's going to change based off of like a value within a value within like the initial creation that's dependent on like the character's like team. I usually will bite the bullet. For the overall design of it though, oh, I absolutely agree. I would never in my fucking life hard code the creation of this. That would be terrible. But for like an alignment thing, all I need to get access to is the slot. Here you are. And you are an overlay slot, so I'm going to cast this. No, S overlay slot. No, it's you, I'm pretty sure. Create an event for Blueprint for that and just send it in info so it can change. I'm already committed. We're only a couple steps away, I promise. And we're done. This hurts me. Listen, when I was first doing this, it hurt me too. But for like this, where it's only like a couple lines of code there, I'm like, ugh, fuck it. I'll just do it. I know it's painful to watch. Also, it would be really funny if the cast fails. So let's account for that. We didn't set any U properties, I don't believe. Ah, shit. What? Use status effect widget does not have... Oh, did I put it in protected or something? Oh, no, I changed the name. Oops. Okay, now we're good. Get pull request would be denied. Oh man, don't do me like that. Do you know how hard I worked for that cast into the slot to change the alignment? That was painstaking to learn how to do that. I had to read the fucking the source like framework code for fucking Slate to understand how slots work. And they just have like, I find it hilarious by the way that they don't have like get slot or whatever. They just have like public access to slot, like here, just fucking have it. You can just change it, we don't care. They don't have any getters for it because they haven't actually touched the code in Slate for a while, apparently. Because they wouldn't agree with this. They're like, no one's fucking crazy enough to do C++ on just like Slate. So you know what, fuck it. We're gonna leave for the crazy people doing this kind of coding. We'll just make it public. We don't care. Oh. Okay, so it looks like the alignment of the text is also, what is that? That's left, like left aligned? It's not centered. Or the padding might be there. Hold up. Do I have like padding or something? I do. I have 45 padding to the left. You know what that means. We add padding to the other side instead. You forgot the margin? Yeah. We're working on that right now. I'm going to make you absolutely cringe on the inside for a split second here, but it's okay. The needle only hurts for a second. Let's see here. Just gonna call it horizontal padding. Technically it's... No, hold on. We don't need to make that int for that. Oh, also public access to padding. Also really funny. What's the constructor look like for this? Horizontal, vertical, we don't want that. We want an F vector, 4D. Probably just put it in 4 numbers, yeah. Oh no, here, yeah, here it is. Left, right, top. Ooh. Stop. It's okay. Just let it happen. We'll be fine. Promise. Do I pass in an F margin is the question. You know what, just for you, I'm going to pass in the F margin. Let me hold you here for a second, because I'm going to bring you up to the top. I can't for the life of me like live with just doing like adding equals. Like if there's a setter, I gotta use the setter. I'm not going to stoop that low. Let's make a funny F margin. What was it? Left, right? Okay, left top, right bottom. So... oh, you're gonna love this. In Blueprint, it would be done 5 minutes ago, just saying, and you could change margin on the fly. Oh, I know. But I know this is like nails on a chalkboard to you, and it's super painful to watch me do this. So I'm gonna make it extra painful by using this type of functionality to actually set the margins on the left and right side. And I'm also going to hard code the number in for 45. Oh, hold on a second. So if it's left aligned, true, set it to 45. If it's not, it's going to be 0. Like so. Yes. Then here it's the reverse. 0, 45. After helping fix stuff, you want to make it painful? Yeah. I know. And I could totally just do that too. Because that would be technically correct. But I'm going to leave it not const either. Bam. And I'm going to live code it. This is fun. I'm having fun. I love Slate. Definitely not obnoxious as shit to code with or anything. The viewers don't do this at home. This is done by a clown. Yeah, this is done by somebody that doesn't respect their own time. So he goes out of his way to just to extend his coding time by 15 minutes by coding in Slate. Wait, that bottom margin was 2, right? Oh fuck, it was top. Shit. Honestly though, I think 4 is a better margin. Or 5. 5 look like. We're gonna hard code 5 in. Hold on, let me go back. Isn't this fun? I'm having fun. Nice. I think the padding though is a little bit too much. Maybe it's okay. I'm not gonna be too picky about it right now because it's getting gutted. I have other shit I gotta throw in there. So, I was gonna let you know, Glenn, that hard-coded padding is getting fucking removed. Don't worry, because we're gonna be changing how this looks anyways. So it's only a temporary thing. Until like 5 months from now when I say that we're going to fix it and I never change it. That's how it happens sometimes, you know? I move on to the next shiny thing that I want to make. And it'll just stay there. You want to see the source code files before release? You want to see something really funny? So, I'm using the Steam like API, right? And let me go to my player states. I'm storing everyone's like Steam name as like a F name or something on their characters. Maybe it's not a player state. Yeah, where would I have put that? it's on player state. Oh, maybe it's in the lobby. Okay, I think it's actually when we're parsing people in post login is when we're actually doing this. Hold on. Fuck, where are my game modes? Game mode. Lobby. Damn it. Wait, I can look where we're setting Steam names. I gotta find it. Oh, there's an absolute crime, but it's fun. Crazy. Where did I set that value? I'm trying to think of where I set it. I use the Steam API for something, but I don't want to, I can't say it directly. Maybe it's in here actually. No, it's definitely not in here. Oh wait, hold on. I can look up Steam API current project. Player controller. Ah, here it is, I believe. Oh, did I remove it? Dude, I'd be so disappointed. It is so possible I removed it. For another spot my project, I'm using this. Man. I know. That sucks. Hold on. Oh no, here it is. Found it. So I have my friends like a Steam ID. So everyone else gets their Steam name when they join a lobby. You know, all's good, whatever. When he joins, I just change his name for him, and I can change it to whatever I want, and it just sets it for him in game. So with the power of Steam, you can use people's ID. You can actually give them debuffs as well, which is fucking hilarious. He doesn't know it, but he has a 10% movement speed penalty permanently in the game, and only him. It's just like a very slight amount, but it's enough to be annoying, and for him not to notice. And if he's watching, then he knows, but right now, he doesn't know. Targeted ID. Bam. You're not getting my Steam ID? Oh, I wouldn't do this to anybody else but him. It's really funny. The first time he saw this, he was like, what the fuck? That's not my name. Like, everyone else had their name. And he fucking hates when people call him Italian, so I just made sure that his Steam name is permanently Italian. It's fun. It's a lot of fun. Get rid of this. Hard-coded UI? Hard-coded horizontal parameter UI, yeah. Hard-coded... yeah. Active If I had your Steam ID, I'd probably change your name to Blueprint User or Widget Blueprint User. And then mine would be the hard-coded UI. Or I code in Slate. I use MVVM. Yeah. I got you. The MVVM, I would have to... I'm probably going to take a couple days this coming week, actually, and look at the... look at converting the majority of my stuff over. But right now, I think the current state that we have the game in is pretty good. No major bugs that I can find currently. You will love it. Oh, I guarantee I will. I love learning new ways to develop architecture in code, and I love automation. Like any type of like economy-based or like strategy-based games, that's my shit. Give me to test it. I'm gonna be hooking the game and then uploading it to Steam tonight. Probably. I have a couple more alpha keys, I think, for the game itself. But the only way that you can actually like realistically test it is if you have like multiple people that have a copy of the game. When using NVVM, when a variable changes, automatically sends it to the UI. So I do have that for a majority of the stuff in the UI, but it's all like delegate based updates. Yo, what's up? It's been a while, man. How have you been? I can make an arena level for you if you want. I mean, shit, I do like maps. I do have like a pretty simple arena map that I made a while ago. It's all packed up. Yo, Denick Dev, absolutely fuck GameplayCues, by the way. This past week I've been working with them to make like status effects, and I fucking hate gameplay. Fucking hate GameplayCues. Mainly because I tried to do some like custom functionality that it wasn't meant to do, which made me angry when it didn't work that well. But we finally got it working. What kind of functionality? Status effects. Here, I can show you. So you can see like the UI in the top right there. It tracks like stack count, duration, all that stuff via GameplayCues. All that stuff. And then when the gameplay queue itself is actually like destroyed, it destroys the icon as well. It took a while, but we finally got it working. GC is unreliable, so UI displays too, isn't it? So it's only technically unreliable if the effect isn't a duration-based one. Because duration-based GCs, from what I've read, the while active will eventually get triggered. Yeah, so so far, I mean, I've tested this with actors that were like out of relevancy and then back into it with GCs, and like it updated the duration and everything just fine and got everything in sync. I don't use any gameplay attributes cues based on that. Yeah, I didn't either, but I was like, man, it would be so cool if like I only needed to do one multicast for a like gameplay queue, and I could just like fill the parameters of the gameplay queue with the data I need, and then just have it update. So I only know basic unreliable GCs from the event call my GAs. Yeah, that's what I came into it with, and I was just like, I wonder if there's a reliable way to have this communicate, because then I could just 2-for-1 it, where I can have like my UI update along with like gameplay queues. And so far it's worked out pretty well. It was just fucking painful to get it to this point. I'm a 3D artist, but the last year and a half I've been doing Unreal blueprints. Yeah, I mean, if you want to make a map, I'll add it to the game. I'm not gonna say no to that. We have a couple different maps that we're adding in. Gameplay tags was the answer again. Yes, gameplay tags have been a very frequent theme this past week, and I can see how powerful they are now. You've sold me on it. But you're finalizing the big update. Is there a playtest this weekend? I will do it, but it'll take some time. Hey, you know, like 200 days or 203, 204 days, something into the project. So, I mean, we got time. It was supposed to, but we postponed. Totally fair. When's the next playtest that you got scheduled? Since we have a lot of playtesters lined up and rather use them once the big update is actually ready. Fair enough. 7th of June? Alright. I know before I said I would try it, but this time I actually will try it. Because I won't have anything really going on. Don't worry, it will take 200 days to find his hard-coded UI. Hey, it's only one part. It's a parameter. Don't worry. I'll fix it. It won't be hard-coded anymore. Should have waited for the update anyway. Hey, well, I'm gonna get the good experience now. So in theory, I could have told you that I was waiting for that update in order to play it. The better, at least. Yeah, I mean, from what you told me before, the update sounds like it's going to be fucking fantastic. You'd have pretty much everything converted over to gas at that point, right? Or at least movement and everything. What's up, Johnny? Johnny, are you streaming today? Usually start at like you usually start at like 3 o'clock, don't you? Already testing it internally. Still some minor issues like animation stuff, etc. Yeah, man, it's always animation shit. I get that. I've been trying my best to wean off of like any type of notifies or anything within animations, just because it hasn't been the most reliable thing. But you already know that already from the gameplay abilities. What's up next? Honestly, I think the next thing is cooking and then putting it on Steam. What the plan is to do playtesting probably in about like an hour, I would imagine. And then just try to break the shit out of the game so I can get logs and fix everything. Size of the map, what theme, lots of free time, or lots of free for the month packs. Nice. I'll I'll probably post about it in Discord. We could probably talk there. I think I have you added on Discord too, so I can shoot you a message. But yeah, I think, I don't know, we're kind of cooling down, just like talking for a minute. Then I'm gonna upload the game, break it, and be back tomorrow. And pretty much just gonna be spending the whole day fixing any problems that we find, and then starting work on the features for next week. So we're gonna be getting into passives. And seeing how the fuck I'm gonna create that. Holy shit. It's gonna be a lot. I have like custom made attribute sets to hold like certain passive information. Which might not be the best way to do it, but when I was just like in crunch time, just trying to get like 1 or 2 passives working, that's how I handled that situation. So we might go in and redo that. Oh, we're also going to be converting things to data tables. So everything is like in one spot that I can change, because I'm getting really annoyed switching back and forth between blueprints to make minor adjustments. So, organization and passives. Would you ever work with multiple devs? I mean, I would. I'm not gonna be opposed to working with other people. I always like getting outside input on things that I do, because the majority of the time I get super tunnel visioned on certain solutions, and having someone come up with like an alternative idea is always great to have, because it gives me another way of thinking about something. And perspective is a very powerful thing. How long have I actually been streaming for today? Oh shit, almost like 4 hours. For sure. Yeah. Yeah, probably about like 3.5 hours or so is what YouTube's saying, but it could be wrong. But yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be back tomorrow, 11:30 Eastern as per usual, and we'll continue on with the grind. I'll have a lot more to do tomorrow, because today, honestly, I thought debugging was going to take a lot longer than it did. So it's kind of a good thing that we're ending now, because that means that debugging went well. But yeah, with that being said, wherever you are, have a great morning, evening, afternoon, or night, and until tomorrow. Peace.